Hello and welcome to the Knowledge Source. So in this session we are going to discuss about the two-child policy in the context of recently unfortunate incident which has happened in the Gujarat. So in this session we are going to discuss about why two-child policy is important for India and why India should not adopt the two-child policy by learning some hard lessons from the China. So we will discuss about the very concept of the two-child policy and the mechanisms under which if India can adopt this two-child policy. We will discuss about this major topic. So before starting this session, I would like to say that you can join through our Telegram channel and Facebook channel, and in the latter future times we can we are initiating some processing in under which we will initiate lot of issues related to variants issues related to the UPSC civil services examination. So we'll we are coming with a lot of packages in the coming times. So before starting this session, I would like to say that recently in Gujarat, what has happened in Vadodara is that Vadodara and Rajkot, the two incidents, has led to a thinking pattern for all of us. Is that what has happened in Gujarat is that two people who were they were nominated for the elections in the municipal corporation, they were disqualified under the two child policy which was in place, which is already in this is a law in Gujarat. If any person who has more than two child, they will be not be qualified for certain positions which is considered to be a public domain. So under this scheme, what has happened is that two persons were disqualified because they have more than two children for both of them. So what has happened with this news is that now we are all together in a zone where we have to discuss about that whether India is very much required of the two child policy, or should India think beyond this two child policy. So if you see that the major question that arises, that why India need two child policy, I would first of all discuss about these things. So if you see the policy's statement and the object region is that India's population has already crossed around 1.3 crores of people. So if you see, this is very really frightening to believe that only after China, India is the largest. India has the largest population, and it will surpass the China in somewhere between the 2027 and 2028. So national population control policy, which came in the year 2000, it talks about that India's population has to be reduced under certain policies, certain acts, and this has to be reduced over the period of time. But the very unfortunate incident and the very sadness of the point of the view is that nothing has happened in the on the ground level, and the India's population is also parachuting the same way which has happened before the 1990s. So this is something very frightening for all of us. Apart from this, if you see, India's population has doubled in the last 40 years, and it is expected to surpass the China's population, like I have said, in 2027. And the policy which has been formulated by successive governments of India, they had not been fruitful and they had not been impactful as they were thought to be. So this has led to an overburden of the populations on the same limited resources. So we are fighting for the same resources with the large number of people joining every year. So this is something a worrying thing for India. But if you see, the some negative aspects is also related to the two child policy. If it has been it incorporated by the government of India and it incorporated in India, there would be some negative points also. So what would be these negative points? First of all, what can lead to the India is that, if that government of India adopted the sex selections abortions, there were some restrictive penalties on them. But if two child policy got implemented, there would be some chances where different couples will go for a male child, and this will lead to a sex selective abortions. So this is something, this can lead to a imbalance in the child sex ratio. Apart from this, if you see, the India's birth rate is slowing down, and the total TFR, total fertility rate, is also decreasing. And if you see by the number, right from the 2000, India's TFR has reduced from the 3.3 to 2.3. So this is some positive impacts for India, because the total number of children per female is also reducing. So this is some positive thing, because different people are adopting some family planning under which they are not opting for the more number of children. So these are the positive vibes for India. Apart from this, there is some positive, there is some negative aspects related to the two child policy, is that if India adopt this two child policy, what may lead to the interfering in the birth rate, and India can face a future target, and there would be some negative consequences on population growth. There will be more number of people aged in our bracket. What is happening in Japan is it can be implemented in India also, because in Japan what is happening is that there is more number of people living in the Japan as compared to which is in the bracket zone of 30 to 60 years, which who can work, who can contribute in the growth of country. So the number of people who is in the bracket, somehow if India adopt this two child policy, there is also a possibility of number of there will be a reduction in the number of people in the age bracket of 30 to 65, and hence our aging population will increase. So there is also chance of it. Apart from this, if you see, there is, although different laws has been formulated by the government of India regarding the family planning, regarding the number of populations, but there is also some issue that can arise, that there will be some female feticides, and this can lead to a distortion of sex, the distortion of sex numbers of our population. So these are the some of the things that can have negative aspects of two child policy. So I really hope that you guys have understood the concept of two child policy, and whether India should adopt this two child policy or not. It should be totally dependent of the government of India, but there would be some positive as well as negative aspects related to this policy also. So I really hope you guys have understood this session. So thank you as always for joining.